Stegan and Bartomeau, you have failed this football club. Enough is enough. It's time to go. Hold up on that for 1 minute, guys. Hello, what's up, guys? It's Talk Premier League here, the YouTube channel that delivers entertaining football videos on your screen. For more content just like this, make sure to press the red subscribe button and click on the bell so that you can be the first to be notified when I release a video. Today, as a Barca fan, I'll be presenting my constructive criticism upon wider topics of what's got us here to this desperate position and how Mr. Bartomeau needs to go as soon as possible, and we need these early elections. And let me start off by welcoming you to our annual tradition now, it seems. The humiliation and heartbreak in the Champions League. Annual 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, you've got it. I mean, is this even a surprise anymore? We've already been bantered enough, I'm sure, for the third year running, after Roma and Liverpool and even Atletico Madrid the year before. Okay, please note, the reason this video has been delayed a bit is because I wanted time to just gather my thoughts of these horrific events that occurred in Lisbon. And I just wanted to think, is it a nightmare or am I actually living real life? I think I found out that I was living real life. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Bayern Munich on a fantastic victory, and I do fully expect them to go on and win the competition. Philippe has thoroughly deserved it, and it was a very convincing win with our amateur defence not conceding one, not two, not three, not four, not five. You guessed it, not six, not seven, but 8 goals to our pathetic 2. And it was only a 90-minute match. It was not even aggregate. And that is down to Hansi Flick's fantastic management of the team, with the likes of Alphonso Davies, Thomas Muller, Lionel, and Robert Lewandowski, and how he's got them outrunning and pressing every single ball against any team they come up against. And let me tell you, Barcelona did not get a break against who I think is the most ruthless side in Europe. And we didn't even compete with Bayern tonight. We didn't even match them in a single stat. We got completely schooled. And it looked like men against boys out there in Lisbon. And most of these are the same players that won us that historic treble in 2015. But now, it's time to speak about the shambles of a club, the team I've supported game in, game out for years, Barcelona Football Club. We're the biggest football club in the world, with the biggest international fan base of any team. Just look, we even have published a movie made about us. Well, that 90 minutes of my life wasted on this joke of a team will never come back. That was a disgrace to see the players just give up like that at 5-2 and not even try to pull any sort of remaining pride from the game. That was embarrassing. And as fans, we hand on heart knew we were underdogs coming into this game. We did. It's disappointing. And we honestly knew we would probably lose, even though we did believe. How often do you hear that of a Barcelona side? Just highlights the mess Bartomeau has got us into in 2020. And all we wanted in the game was a bit of fight, a bit of passion for that badge. The players showing us that they actually care. But we of course got none of that as usual. It almost felt like at times the Bayern players didn't know what to do with the Barca giving up. Whether to just respect the opposition and keep the score down, or keep on scoring goal after goal after goal like they did. If I was out there on that pitch, I'm sure many of you would feel the same, I would leave nothing behind but put all my effort into that match and into this football club, because I know how big of an honour and dream it is to play for this football club, and how have Barca, the biggest football club in the world with the best players to ever play, all representing us, allow Philippe Coutinho to come back to haunt us by scoring 2 goals and getting an assist all off the bench. Obviously without celebrating as a sign of respect to us, and honestly, I'm happy for him. Fair play to him, and I wouldn't be angry if he did celebrate on Friday night, because the club treated him horribly, and it's all because of Bartomeau. This just highlighted the pure incompetence and stupidity of the board to firstly allow Coutinho to leave on loan in the first place after I think he performed quite well for us. not worth the 142 million euros, but he performed well. And secondly, not being able to agree a loan contract like any normal club with like 99.9% of loan contracts having a clause that the player cannot play against his parent club. But no, not with Bartomeau in charge. And today, it really did come back to haunt us. And the number of shocking performances on that pitch was disgrace. Nelson Semedo, that performance was sackable, and it almost looked like he didn't care out there on the pitch. I didn't see a professional footballer. I'm sure I could have done a better job at right back. Semedo was in his home country as well. He had a point to prove, but he failed miserably. But to be fair to Semedo, he obviously wasn't the only one. It was the whole team from top to bottom who were a shambles. Ter Stegan, a goalkeeper I rate very highly. I think he is the best goalkeeper in the world, but that out there tonight was disgusting. And if I were to give player ratings, I would give him and Nelson Semedo 0. It was disgusting to watch. The number of balls Ter Stegen gave away, the number of mistakes leading to goals. In future, I'm sure this performance won't affect Ter Stegen, and he can bounce back and remain as the best goalkeeper in the world and even get that national team spot with Germany eventually. With him, in my opinion, even after losing the key battle on Friday evening to Neuer, still being the better shot stopper. Moving on to the rest of the defence, other than Jordi Alba, who actually looked like he cared and was constantly running up and down the flank, seemed to not have an answer to Bayern's non-stop high-tempo attacks. And Frankie de Jong, even though he was another one who put in a shocking display, I felt sorry for the young man. He's surrounded by so much experience and players who have achieved everything in world football. Players he looks up to, such as Gerard Piqué, Busquets, Arturo Vidal, who looked awful out there in Portugal, and Luis Suarez, who was a passenger all game, but credit where it's due, he did show brilliance in his goal, which was world class. But not once was De Jong helped out, and he looked like a lost man out there, and I cannot imagine how he's feeling right now. He must be shocked at how wrong his first year as dream club, the biggest club in the world, has went, and how big of a mess it truly is. And how on earth does 17-year-old Ansu Fati come into the game in a difficult situation and only come on for 20 minutes when we were like 5-2 behind and outperform every single Barca player on that football pitch and show so much more speed and energy than everyone else? And this is a 17-year-old man. And someone explained this to me. How on earth did Riqui Puig, who has been brilliant in his breakthrough season for Barcelona, not even play a single minute in our games against Napoli and Bayern Munich, when the likes of Sergio Roberto, Ivan Rakitic and Arturo Vidal are all being trusted with starts and not even trying for the badge? And let's move into the squad. Out there on Friday night, our starting 11 had an average age of nearly 30, and against an energetic, high-pressing and high-tempo team like Bayern Munich, that simply isn't good enough for this level. We may be able to get away with it against Espanyol or Real Mallorca, but not in the Champions League against the best of the best. And we won't get anywhere like this. Honestly, I thought, to be fair, we do have a very unfortunate situation with our club legends all aging at the same time. The likes of Ivan Rakitic, Messi, who obviously is still the greatest footballer of all time in my opinion, but he is technically aging and is at the age of 33, so we need to start the tough job of finding somewhat of a replacement. Suarez as well, Piqué, Jordi Alba, Busquets and Arturo Vidal, who are all 32 or 33. That's not good enough. How can these players start for us? But the overarching point stands that Bartomeau and the Barca board cannot have this as an excuse. Rather, it provides evidence of just how bad Bartomeau has sunk this football club, with him not getting any worthy replacements in for them. And now, for these players' own legacies, for example, you have Wayne Rooney and Arsene Wenger. They were awful in the latter stages of their careers and overstayed. And for the good of their own legacies at the football club, where they always be legends, you wanted them to leave so that the situation does not get worse. And it's the same for these aging Barcelona players. And now, let's move on to the important bit. And this goes beyond the players and the 8-2 defeat on Friday night. And first, let's start with the manager, Quique Setien. Thank you for the 7 months you spent at my football club, but enough is enough, and you need to leave now. It's time to go. And in all honesty, it does seem fully like that he will be sacked as soon as possible, and the candidates to replace him do seem very promising. That's exactly what we need right now, with even Piqué coming out in his post-match interview, where I think he made some massive statements, including the club needing structural changes before managerial or personnel wise, which was a slight dig at Bartomeau, which I think was excellent from Gerard Piqué to indicate to the fans that the players recognise the mess we're in. Probably the best performance of the night from a Barcelona player. And he also said we are rock bottom right now, so we need that manager who will come in and bring that swagger back. Next we move on to the board, and I'm done with this board. It's not time to go now. It was time to go from the moment they stepped in that door. I've honestly had enough of this. But to all the Barca fans across the world, maybe it's 8-2 demolition to Bayern is what we needed. Maybe it's when things will finally change. It's the tipping point. Obviously, we've heard rumours from Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo, who, as we all know, are very close to the board, that Bartomeau is calling for presidential elections to be moved forward from the original date in June 2021. Maybe even election in the summer of this year. And that, for me, and many Barcelona fans, is a massive relief. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous. How much further could we have declined? What they've done to our football club is inexcusable. And of course, we've heard rumours of football's greatest of all time, Lionel Messi, considering leaving Barcelona if things aren't changed structurally. Wow, let that sink in. Imagine Messi wearing a different shirt. Lionel Messi considering leaving Barcelona is heartbreaking, just showing how fed up he is of constantly carrying the team with no support and no clear vision of the future. And hopefully the Bayern loss can be the catalyst for changing board and our club legend signing a new deal. Anyways guys, thank you all for listening. It hasn't been a fun video to make, but it had to go out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe for many more videos to come, so stay tuned for more content. And anyways boys, just give me some of your opinions down below in the comment sections. If you have any recommendations for future videos, teams or matches you would like me to make videos on, please feel free to comment down below, as well as giving me your views on Friday night's disaster. I will see you all soon, and please remember, we will all recover from this. Until next time, peace!